Konbanwa. Ore wa Maiko. Kaizoku ni ore. Okay, that's all the Japanese you're gonna hear from me today. Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Times podcast. I am Maick Ofel and we are on episode 13, I guess. Today we're gonna talk a lot about Japan. I'm here with former Times teacher Letícia Kaori. And if you have questions, send them all in the chat. I'm gonna read during the broadcast. And we're about to start this amazing chat right after our podcast intro. Hello, Letícia. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, thanks for having me, Mike.
Before we start this chat, can you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Letícia. Like Mike said, I was a Times English teacher. Now I'm a translator. But before that, I lived 2 years or so in Japan, so that's why I'm here to talk about that.
Yeah,
Thanks
much
again.
more. Being a Japanese descendant, do you speak the language?
Yes,
Okay.
I do, but not perfectly.
Okay, yeah,
But I
me
get
neither.
by.
You know, believe it or not, but
I see. No, but you were doing really well.
no,
backstage.
the thing with me is like that. This is my secrets that I haven't told you before we started. I can fake any language that I listen long enough. I don't speak the language, but I can fake it enough, like sounding angry. Imagine I am angry, you know? This is a good technique, guys, if you wanna, blend in another country. For example, you are in the middle of the supermarket, so I don't speak the language. I just can, pick a few words here and there. So I pretend I'm very stressed with anything, like, oh, the guys, oh my god, that guy's so angry. What happened? Just by putting...
Wouldn't you get in trouble by doing that?
Maybe, okay. I mean, I'm not advising you to do that, okay, guys, but... The thing
That's
is,
a good strategy.
When we are angry, we normally kind of, mess up the words. So,
That's true.
Yeah, I got out of trouble by doing that, but that's a story for another episode. Anyways, can you introduce yourself in Japanese?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
You don't need to fake you're angry, okay? Just.
okay. I'll try that. No, I just gotta say before I introduce myself that my Japanese is a bit rusty. It's been a while since I last spoke Japanese. But yeah, please bear with me. Don't mind it. So, はじめまして、レチシャです。タイムズの英語の先生だったけど、今は翻訳家です。それにその前は日本に2年間ぐらい住んでました。
I was nodding with my head, but I only understood the times.
Oh yeah, and よろしくお願いします。
I love how it sounds, I have this friend, hi Stefano, shout out to you. He was here, by the way. And he's crazy about Japanese culture, he has a lot of mangas, the real books. And I heard something like this from him, that we don't have a lot of specific sounds in Japanese that we don't have something similar in Portuguese. So it's kind of a language that for Portuguese speakers, we don't have a lot of trouble learning. Is that accurate?
You mean the phonetics?
Mm-hmm. Because the sounds like the ra, ka.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. There are a lot of sounds that you can find in Portuguese, but there's one that I find it the most difficult one because we don't have this exact sound in Portuguese.
It would be for students would be equivalent to the th and r for Brazilians, for example.
Yes.
We normally struggle a lot with that.
Or the schwa sound, maybe.
Yeah. It doesn't have that clear definition. The students ask us, okay, teacher, what is the schwa? I said, it's a sound
It's
that
a
doesn't
sound.
have
Yeah.
it's like between
It's complicated.
Yeah. But okay, what is the sound? sound.
The sound, yeah. So here it goes. Yeah, again, bear with me. So it goes like this. Omae wa mou shinderu.
Nani? No, it's not that. I'm not. I don't want to explode.
No.
Stop that. If you understood that, I love you. Okay, the real one. Okay, don't kill me.
Yeah, sorry. So we have the fu. In Portuguese we have the fu, F-U, but in Japanese they don't pronounce the f like this. It's way more subtle
like
and smooth. Like something like, oh my god.
Okay, do that again.
So
I need to stare at your lips. Sorry, but okay.
It's like you just let the air goes out of your mouth.
So I don't do
Sorry.
this. I don't have to bite my lower lips to do the sound.
No, you don't have to.
So it's like a
Kinda, yes.
It is between the f and the h.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, that sounds okay.
Yes. And I was always, like bragging about like, oh, fu,
My
I can
is perfect.
speak it. Yes, but then there was this Korean guy, like a classmate, that he would just say like that's not how they do
come
the
on, he did that.
Yeah.
You should do my technique with him. I go,
Yeah.
and you say,
Yeah.
what? I say, you see, I was so angry that you couldn't understand what I was saying there.
Yes, because I think in Korean they have like a similar sound or the same sound. I'm not sure, but yes. And then said Brazilians don't know how to make that sound.
No.
I mean, oh my god.
No, it's
Not all of Brazilians. But
don't worry. Could you put the sound in a sentence or a word with that? Is the h?
okay, yeah, there is hune, which you have probably heard before. I don't know. Do you watch One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do.
What do you think it is?
Hune.
Hune.
Okay,
Hune.
I would guess, it's a complete guess, I would say it's like ship.
Yeah. See it? I told you guys, he's fluent in Japanese.
No, I'm not, I just know how to say like random things. Nice. And how long did it take for you to learn the language? Like, okay, I can communicate in the past, in the future, get along, but
Oh, that's
was like
tough.
months, years.
That's tough because it will depend on how much you are in contact with the language, like
Okay.
every day, for example. But if you take, I don't know, classes every day, or if you study every day, I think you might, in less than 1 year, you might get by, because
okay.
you would have everything you need to know.
You'll be like a intermediate somehow.
Yeah, almost. Yes. you
And
can.
did you learn before going there, or you were like one of those Brazilians, like, oh, just go and then I learned there,
Yeah, I'm not that adventurous. So I learned before.
Okay.
But I didn't learn because I was going to Japan. I learned because I liked some things of Japan, and then I started learning in 2014, maybe, I think, like properly.
Okay, did you have like a tutor, or did you, I don't know, watch stuff in Japanese? Was a school?
All right. So from 2014, yes. I took some classes at a language school.
Okay.
But before that, I was not learning by myself, but just like, I don't know, I used to watch some Japanese dramas, and listen to songs, to music in Japanese. Then I would...
So you were a K-pop fan. I know, a J-pop fan.
J-pop,
Yeah.
yes.
Because she was all defensive with me, like, I am not an otaku, okay?
No,
And
I didn't mean that way.
I know, I'm joking. But so, okay, we're gonna go there. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No problem.
Okay, so you were listening to songs, watching movies too?
Yes,
Okay.
and some drums, like some soap operas, and of course, since I am Japanese descended, my family would pick some words, like some, but you know, just like individual words.
It's like Italian people do that a lot. My grandmother, she was very funny.
Yeah.
When she was angry, she would curse something in Italian, like random, like la pia di marmacula. Like, what?
Yeah.
And she used to say cazzo a lot.
Ah, cazzo.
It's the name of some Italian foods, guys. No.
Or even like calling like the grandma like nonna, something
nonna,
like that, right?
Yes, exactly. We had this matriarchal tradition, like you go to the matriarch of the family, and then you have like a Sunday pasta together, and Italian people are very noisy, and you will listen some things. Okay, do you remember what were the words your family members they used to say?
Oh yeah. Basically things that we can find at home. I remember.
Where is there?
Yeah, like makura, that's pillow, and futon, which is like blanket. And I thought that futon was a word in Portuguese when I was a kid.
It blew my mind now. It's not futon. I had another impression. It's like blanket.
Yes. Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like blanket.
Imagine, where's the futon? And then you come bring it.
Yes, and I used to think that it was a Portuguese word. And yeah.
Okay, and what is the story behind you? Do you know when did they move here to Brazil? I mean, your family, maybe your great grandparents, something like this.
Oh, my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents came by Fune.
By Fune. Fune. Okay.
Yes. I don't recall the date exactly. 40s, maybe, I guess. But yeah, my grandparents came here.
Yeah, mine, I think it was the great-grandparents or grandparents. It was something like this. And something that you were describing that is actually fascinating is how much stuff that gets from us through pop culture, like music, movies influence us to get to know. Like,
exactly.
When I was a child and a teenager, the contact I had with any Japanese thing was the animes, especially Sansei, Dragon Ball, these things. But since it's like more than a fantasy, you don't have a lot of Japanese geographical places there. They show in a way. After I started watching other things, I said, "Oh my God, that's a beautiful place," especially the Sakura.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I thought, it's an IP, and then no, it's not, because I saw like the pink flowers. And then because of the artists too, the music, I started to get in touch. And then you get to, for example, the opening of animes is normally a Japanese rock band. So I would put that on YouTube, and the music video sometimes will show places in Japan. And then, my God, I want to go there. I want to visit this place. And the food too. Yeah,
the most important part.
They always eat a lot. Like the Naruto is like that.
Yes.
The Goku is like that. One Piece, Luffy is like that. They always eat a lot. And then I started to get curious about that as well. We're gonna talk about that. She got some surprise for us, guys. Let me take a look in the chat here. Okay. If you have questions to Letícia, guys, just send them. Okay. Hello, Rafael. Hello, Jackson. Hello, Lupoga. Hello, Marcia. Hello, João. Hello, Jackson. Let me see here. Oh, João told you are the best teacher.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Jackson is asking you, Letícia, if you watch. She's not an otaku. If you watch animes without subtitles.
I'm sorry?
If you watch animes without subtitles.
Without subtitles, I have tried watching dramas, not anime, I'm sorry. Without subtitles. It's okay.
All right.
But sometimes I think the best thing is to watch, those... I think in anime you said like slice of life, which is more like day-to-day stories.
Okay.
Yes, not that specific like lawyer or I don't know, medical things.
Okay, so you don't have the technical vocab.
Yeah, that's right.
Are there many different accents in Japanese?
There are accent. Like there are a lot of dialects in Japan, and not only that, like different words.
Okay.
I think probably the most different one is if you compare Okinawa and the other islands. They have like really different words, and the structure is kind of different from the others. I can't speak, I'm sorry, but I know that there are some, and in each region there are also like some words that they speak there that they don't speak in other regions.
Okinawa I heard you because of the karate thing.
Yes, and I think I crushed your...
No, it's because I would ask exactly that, the places you have been there. Like, have you been to Tokyo?
Yes.
Okay.
Not this time that I lived there, but before that I visited Tokyo. I stayed like a couple of days. Just saw some places there. I wish I had stayed more.
Okay, imagine a Brazilian person going there for the first time. Okay, so you live there, the airport, and boom, Tokyo is in front of me. What's the impression? Will he or she feel overwhelmed, or how it's gonna be?
I think it depends on where you go.
Okay.
If you go to maybe Shinjuku, which is a district in Japan. Shinjuku. Or Shibuya, that probably the sound is similar to some people. These places are really crowded, and just like Times Square, that you get overwhelmed by the lights and
imagine
the billboards. So
like arcade things, the sounds everywhere.
Exactly. Yes, the sounds everywhere, and they have a really unique way to how can I say, to display things, or even like with marketing and designing. It's a bit different. It's like a cultural thing. I think so. I don't know like the meaning behind it, why they do this, but you know, like if you look, I don't know if you can see here, but like here is really minimalistic, and straightforward. But in Japanese, they would have like really shiny and words everywhere, and it's a bit overwhelming. Got to a very interesting point that I wasn't sure if I could ask or not, but now I know I can. I have seen some very annoying, not annoying, but very peculiar is a better word, ads in commercials. Actually, for example, they are you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like they are selling noodles, for example, and then you have like a mecha and the girl flies, and then is that a real thing? Yeah, like I'm watching TV, the ads are gonna be like that. It is. That's their thing. I have to go there.
That's amazing. So cool.
That's their thing. I think that's because that catches their attention, right? Like, I mean, we're talking about that right now.
Yes, exactly.
So
and if you put like WTF Japanese commercials on YouTube, you find it. There was one. It was like I think it was noodles, and then I don't know. I imagine I was watching like the preview of a show, you know, because there was like the storyline was like somebody eating like and the person eats, and there was the kawaii girl there, like, you know, kawaii, and then they started to fly. It was something. It was like what I could understand is that the noodles give you superpowers.
Could be.
So on the normal ads on the streets are like that. You have like cats and lights and.
Not exactly. Maybe in like this noodle commercial that you might see something like that, but no. Like there are a lot of things written.
Okay, understand.
And it's not. You will feel like it's not. If you are perfectionist.
Oh, Marcel will get a stroke there.
Yeah, or if you have an OCD, maybe you will get a bit annoyed or bothered by the.
My God, that would be the worst gift ever. Like, okay, you will have a one-day trip to that technological neighborhood, and the guy like, oh my God.
You're gonna make him sick.
Damn. Okay. So. you have a lot of information, a lot of things going on there. Okay, I will recommend you a movie. I hope you haven't seen it, but probably you have. It's called Lost in Translation.
Yes, with I forgot Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, her and Bill Murray.
And Bill Murray.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
because
it's really good.
you have the gaijin.
Yeah, like the foreigner, like the Gaikokujin culture.
It's gaijin, the pronunciation.
Yeah, you have gaijin, but gaijin is kind of pejorative.
Ah, okay. It's like
gringo.
This damn outsider. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I would say we have the gaijin perspective of visiting there. I remember there are some scenes that he goes to kind of an arcade.
The shower as well.
Yeah, and this was something that another thing that made me want to visit there too. You know. And like the culture shock, but you have seen it, so okay. Let me take a look at the chat here. Hello, Leonardo. Hello, Everton. Oh, Everton had a very nice question. Everton, is learning Japanese writing? What's the name? Is kanji? No.
Yeah, we have 3 types of. We have hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Kanji is the one that looks like drawing because there are a lot of strokes.
And so, katakana. Kata is easy for me to remember because I remember karate. So it's kanji, katakana, and the other?
Hiragana.
Hiragana.
Yeah.
Hiragana. Okay.
Hiragana.
Is it for a student? Is it difficult to learn?
To learn how to write it?
Because I don't know if it's intuitive, like how the way the combinations work.
Yeah,
I don't know, house and love country, you know, if they do something like this.
You know, there are some characters, like some kanji, that they are intuitive because you can play with like pictures.
Oh, okay.
That's actually a thing. Like to learn, they do that. For example, if it's a person, it's hito, and the stroke it's something like this, and it looks like someone is walking.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and there are some odd. I can remember another kanji that it's for umbrella. It's called kasa, and the way you write it, it looks like there's a shelter. Yes, it looks like a shelter, and then it looks like an umbrella. If you try.
No, because I imagine, like, of course, if you are taught how to communicate in that technique, in that language, it's gonna be eventually it will become intuitive. But for example, different from, for example, if you are a Portuguese speaker and you're gonna learn English or Spanish, you have some words that have a similar root. But Japanese, for example, comparing to an English speaker or a Portuguese speaker is completely different.
And not only that, the structure, the grammar structure is different.
Yeah, you read from the right to the left.
Yes, and like for example, Portuguese and English, we have the subject like I like water.
Okay, teach me how to say that in Japanese.
Yeah, so
let me warm myself up.
Yeah, please get ready. So I like water, right?
Okay.
We have the subject, the verb, and the object. I'm sorry, guys. I'm speaking about grammar.
No, that's exactly what I asked them to bring her here because I need to learn some stuff, you know.
Okay.
I'm joking.
So we have in Japanese it would be mizu ga suki. So
mizu ga suki.
Yes. So mizu is water. So it's
mizu ramen. No, it's not mizu ramen.
Show you.
Yeah.
Show you miso ramen. Miso ramen.
Oh, that would be a poor ramen, like only water.
Yeah.
You see why this is important. Imagine I go to the restaurant, miso ramen, and they go, Nani? Shit, I have miso ramen. The guy gives me a bowl with water and. Intonation matters.
Yes.
Okay.
Mizu is water.
Okay.
Ga is just a particle to join some words.
Okay.
And suki is like.
Suki?
Yes. And in Japanese, suki is an adjective and not a verb. Yeah, okay, I'm getting too specific, I'm sorry.
No, but it's interesting. Suki is similar like. So how do I say I like you?
Like you can say suki, just suki. That's okay. Suki this.
Suki this.
Yeah.
Ah,
Or
okay,
you can
this
say
is important
the name.
to know.
Yeah.
The person looks angry. Suki this.
Well, yeah. Probably the person will be like, okay.
Oh, it would be like flirting.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You see? That's an example of cultural shock. Man. So you have to say like, suki this.
Yeah.
Not like suki
As a
this or
tomodachi,
suki
as a friend.
this.
Yes.
Okay, intonation matters too. Is it very different for us to get? You mentioned that the sound. I still
That's okay. I can't do that either.
Okay, thank you. But the intonation too, is it very different? Because, for example, comparing to other languages, you have more variation. You know, some language they sound musical. You
That's
mentioned
true.
your Korean friend. I have watched some Korean soap operas or movies, and it sounds like a lot of in Chinese too. You see, actually Chinese I noticed too. There is one that is very kind of laid back, like
Probably from Taiwan.
yeah,
I
and one that
think.
is like
Yes,
it's like
yes.
you have this variation. How what's the standard in Japanese? Is more like flat, or you?
It's kind of flat.
Okay.
Comparing to Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Yeah,
flat.
Portuguese we almost sing
Yes.
when we talk. In some places they actually talk singing. Yeah. And
But sometimes like in Japanese you might think that it's more like melodic, but
Okay.
melodical, sorry, but I
Mhm.
think it's a bit flat.
okay,
They
so
don't
I
stress.
ask this because in Portuguese, for example, we have something very specific. You know it's a question because of the intonation. Because in Portuguese we do this. This is a mug. This is a mug. We do the. What's the equivalent in Japanese for that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case you can
The
play.
ska. Ka.
Yeah, great.
Is
Yeah.
this? God.
You use ka, but like this ka is more formal. So if you don't know the person, that's okay to use. But if you are already friends with this person, then you would remove this ka and just ask like you
Just put a
mentioned
ka
before.
in the end.
Or no.
No?
For example, what are you doing? Like nani o shiteiru no? Nani o shiteiru no?
Nani-o I heard in a song. It was like Nani-o, and repeated all over.
Yeah. So in nani from that nani.
It's true. That Nani is easy to remember.
Yeah.
I hope they have got the reference. And you were talking before about Tokyo. What are the must-see places there? No.
In Tokyo.
Mhm.
I said before Shibuya.
Shibuya. Okay. What will I find there?
Okay, so do you remember this movie with Richard Gere, I think, and with the dog? I think it's Hachi.
I
a dog's
can't
tale.
watch this movie because I know it's gonna be
Yeah.
very sad. I watched
haven't
Marley
watched it.
and Me in my defense, and my dog escaped. This one, the trailer made me cry already.
Yes.
I know that. Why would I torture myself?
It's a Japanese real story.
Yeah, I saw the
and-
statue.
Exactly, and then the statue is located in Shibuya.
Oh, okay. So it's a must see, definitely. Yeah.
And there's another thing as well that's kind of famous there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just the crosswalk, but I think that's one of the most famous pictures in Japan. When we search Tokyo, you have a lot of people crossing the crosswalk, and there are lots of them. Like it looks like a mess.
Okay.
And that's there too, if I'm not mistaken. I think in Shibuya. It's the Shibuya crossing.
Okay. And the impression that I have, or correct me if I'm wrong, when you think about Tokyo, is like highly technologically developed. But because of the movies that I watch and some animes too, I have the impression that if you live in Japan, like, I don't know, you are 2 hours away maybe to go to a place that it would be like farming and like countryside. Is that accurate? Like if I want to have like a more countryside experience, it's something the city has that, the country has that to offer as well.
Yes, it does. there are lots of countryside. I don't know the countryside of Tokyo. Just the place that I used to live in, and yeah, you can see the difference, like Tokyo, and then like the countryside. It's not that crowded. I think it's not that hectic. Like the pace of the place.
Yeah, that's exactly the impression I got. Like a lot of rice crops there. I don't know if that's the right name. And then like people farming, mountains, this type of places.
Yeah, there are. But I mean, not all of the countryside would be like this. But yes, you can see that.
Have you visited any temple there or those types of places?
Yes, I visited in Tokyo. There's one that I found it really beautiful.
Okay.
The name, I think it's Asakusa Temple, and it's really beautiful there. I just can't put into words, but it's really beautiful. And then there's another temple. Now I don't remember where it is. I don't know if it's Tokyo, but they have like a great Buddha. It's a giant Buddha statue of the Buddha.
Okay, nice. So another interesting place to visit. Something that I wanted to ask you. You mentioned the Japanese soap operas, that you were watching, and what is the comparing to the things that we watch here? Our type of movies and series. Is it similar? Because the Korean ones that I saw, it was very dramatic, like very, very. It's like a fairy tale for adults in a way,
Yes.
It's the same vibe.
Yeah, the ones that I watched. I mean,
Which ones do you watch?
Look, I used to watch when I was a teenager, so there are a lot of high school dramas. Like
It's the equivalent of Chiquititas, imagine, guys.
Yeah, no. No, but it would be like Cúmplices de Resgate, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, it would be something like, I know, High School Musical, those kind of teenager.
I was not that far, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And what is the plot like in this type of shows? Why are you laughing?
Because it's a bit embarrassing.
Okay.
The ones that I used to watch. I was a teenager. Again, I don't watch it anymore.
I love it one animation where the protagonist, is made of rubber. So it can be more weird than that.
Yeah.
So you are fine.
Yeah. Okay. But it's an animation, not a live action.
But it's going to be.
Oh, all right. So for example, it's a girl who she's poor, and she gets this scholarship in a rich school.
Okay. So everybody's an asshole to her?
Yes.
Okay.
And guess what?
She falls in love.
That's
Okay.
the classic.
Oh, but that
rich
sells.
and poor.
Of course, it sells.
Yeah, because I chose to say this, to tell this specific one, because the other one is a bit embarrassing.
Now,
I
the
think.
other one, the person is half a person has octopus and gets into a mecha, and it starts to get crazy. No. Okay, and you mentioned Tokyo. Well, Okinawa, Tokyo. Where else have you visited there?
Yeah, I didn't visit Okinawa, unfortunately. I really want to,
Okay,
but I haven't.
When I go there, it's gonna be on my list as well.
Yes, Okinawa and Hokkaido. I really want to visit,
Hokkaido.
and I couldn't. Hokkaido. It's like the extreme opposite of Okinawa.
Okay.
It's in the north. So I visited Tokyo, Yokohama, which is a nearby city, and Nara, where I used to live. Then Osaka.
Okay, Osaka It's very famous too.
Yes.
Okay, why is it special about this one? I heard in many places.
Yeah, the food.
Okay.
There's a street really famous there called Dotonbori. Dotonbori,
Okay.
yes. And they have like several, not several, like a lot of restaurants there. And there is one that you can find like a crab in like at the entrance, a giant crab. I think maybe
Brazilians will go there and like
and that's another one that's a camera, and then you can see yourself at the entrance. So it's a good one. Since it's a touristic spot, it could be a bit expensive.
That would be my
restaurant.
next question. And by the way, we have questions in the chat here. Vinicius is asking if is it expensive to live in Tokyo?
Yes, as being a big city, I think it is expensive. I mean, but again, if you work there, maybe it's still expensive, but I think you can get by, you know.
Do they give opportunities to gaijin?
Yeah.
You see the intonation? Oh yeah.
No.
Baka gaijin. How do I say? You can clean the floor here and
No.
Or like you can be my apprentice, you know.
Yeah, so I think it depends. Like there are a lot of people, even in my family, there are a lot of people that went to Japan to save money, to earn and save money, and come back to Brazil.
Understand.
And so they would work in factories.
Okay. Yeah, my friend Boruno, he said.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Boruto.
No. That was my friend Boruto. No, it's because he said the first day he was there, he didn't speak the language, but he was in a factory that there were a lot of Brazilians, and in the house that he was staying was with Brazilians.
Okay.
So it took him like 6 months to learn like basic things in Japanese.
Great.
But he was speaking Portuguese all the time. I said, man, why? That's dumb. You shouldn't, get immersed in the language.
Japan there are a lot of Brazilian communities as well, and so I guess that's why it's kind of easy to maybe just stay with Brazilians and like and do stuff together and eat Brazilian food. I don't know. So, but yeah, you can find in factories. I think in Japanese, I don't have the experience to work there. Working there, but I guess I think that they would accept, especially the ones that are like international companies. I don't know. That's in
understand.
Tokyo, I think.
Have you experienced culture shock there?
Yes.
Or do you know any story about that? So what are the things that could be expected when visiting there?
Oh, all right. So I think that it's that's about the Japanese. They are very organized and methodical.
Okay, Marcel is gonna love this part. You see?
So any size of event, it could be like the smallest one to the biggest one. They would plan every detail of like, it's gonna start at 6, 7:30 it's supposed to end, then 8 it will be another thing. So you have to follow these.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, the schedule.
And it works there.
It does. And they have a lot of rules to make these things work. So yeah, they're very methodical, and I felt sometimes that they didn't like to how can I say that, like to they wanted to follow that. So anything different would be seen like not sure if it's gonna work. Are you sure?
They are conservative in this aspect.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
I mean, I might be unfair by saying this, but I think, the experiences that I've been through there, I could feel this
And this is that's why it's so interesting to have you here, Letícia, because we have the extremes, like I told you about the noodle commercial, that is very, like, all over the place, everything is exaggerated. But on the opposite hand, you have the complete opposite, like more traditional and people more conservative.
Yes, following the rules supposed to be like this.
And something that I really enjoyed when I think was in the last World Cup, every game that the Japanese selection played, after the game, they don't litter. Like, people were kind of collecting everything, like plastic cups, putting, like, very, 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 like, organized and sending the example,
Yes.
This was something I said, man, imagine how far away we are from that,
But yeah, but that's because they learned this since they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
So at school, they clean everything. So
the kids, you mean, like
the kids they take turns to clean the bathroom, the classroom, the hallways, the entrance, anything that you can imagine.
Damn, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so they learn this since they are kids because I don't know, maybe it's to create like the sense of responsibility that and respect of the, I don't know, of like you, for example, I drink water here, so I will wash it.
Miso.
Miso. Great. So I will wash it. Like I'm kind of responsible for that because I
understand.
make it dirty. I don't know.
Understand. So correct me if I'm wrong. Something that I get from Western culture is that we are very individualistic, like, who are you? Oh, my name is Maick, I am a podcast host, I do this, I do that. It's always like stuff that I do. And when you talk to like Japanese people or people from in general that has a culture like this, is more like the self-identity is linked to the group. For example, you have this thing, so maybe the social responsibility comes from that.
Yes. I think it's a bit maybe a blend of these two aspects. They are they think about like this the group aspect of the society, so but at the same time they can be individualistic. So I think in a way I'm thinking about cleaning the place, but that's because I use it, for example.
Okay.
So it could be kind of individualistic as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like my reputation as well. Like, oh, you see the dirty person there, or the person doesn't think about that.
Yeah, it could.
Nice.
Could be.
There are people commenting here. Okay. Keep it up, guys. Okay. Okay. Hello, Marcia. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa, twice. Has she ever... Oh, have you ever slept in a capsule hotel? Vanessa is asking.
No, I have not.
Would you like to? No.
I'm not claustrophobic, so I think I would give it a try.
Okay.
It's a bit expensive, I've heard.
Really?
Yes, I've heard it's
these
expensive.
guys are entrepreneurship. Oh.
Yes.
You charge more for a smaller place, and the tourists pay. Baka gaijin.
But my friend used to live in a really small apartment, a tiny apartment, so I think that helps.
Okay, feels at home here. Okay. Hello, Mateus. Mateus saying that he misses you. We have two Mateus here. Two Mateuses.
Who?
Okay. Mateus Abreu and Mateus Oliveira. Okay.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
I used to teach them. Hello.
Everton, not only the fans, the players also clean the locker room too. Okay, the
Yes.
example thing. Okay, the moment that I was waiting. Okay, tell me about Japanese food. That's a culture shock that I really,
The moment that I was waiting. As
yeah,
well.
exactly. It's because I saw this video on the internet that it was a Brazilian, Japanese guy eating the Brazilian Japanese food, you know, like the food in Brazil that we say Japanese food, and he says, "Oh my God, that's not sushi, that's not sashimi."
Like a strawberry
this type of stuff. Okay, have you brought something for us here?
Yes, I have. I hope you like it.
Okay, it's the moment of truth. Okay, and can you explain what it is? I don't know if I want to know. No, I want to know.
Do you wanna look at it first?
Yeah, can be.
You're gonna have to try it anyway.
Of course I will. I am open-minded.
I feel like I'm in those videos that you unboxing things.
Okay. I have received this from my friend, you know, Joe, the fisherman.
It's kind
okay,
of
and please tell us the story of that. Okay, is this like an everyday food?
Yeah, it is an everyday food, and I'm feeling really dumb because I can't. Okay. So it is a an everyday food. They eat this with rice.
Okay.
You can see this. They normally eat this at breakfast. You know.
For breakfast.
Yes.
Okay. So envy me. I'm gonna have a Japanese breakfast in the evening.
I like it.
Okay, let me see.
I don't know if you.
Okay.
You.
Oh my God, it's moving. Just kidding.
Remove the plastic and just twist it because there's some lines
Don't
there.
look at me now, babe. It smells nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like
interesting.
beans. Don't tell me what it is. It tastes a bit like beans as well.
They are soybeans. And
Oh, you should have trolled me. You should have said, "Oh, this is the part of blah blah animal." Oh, I
should
love
have.
soybeans.
So, that's my recommendation.
Okay.
You pour this sauce
Okay.
here. I was gonna do that.
She's being sponsored by the. I don't know how to say that.
By something.
You know, but
Yeah.
but that's interesting. What she was talking about. Can the camera? Yeah, like this. You see, it's a tiny package, and like this. All right, and there are a lot of stuff written there. Here. This one?
That one.
Okay, here. Sorry, like this. Okay. They are helping me here, guys. Okay. And you have a lot of written things here. Okay, let me
Yes.
have it. Okay, so
And-
these are soybeans they eat in the morning.
Yes, they eat this in the morning, and and this one is a mustard,
Okay.
but it's a Japanese one. It's a bit different from the mustard that we eat here.
Okay.
It's a bit spicy. I think I don't like it.
Ah, is it
actually.
spicy?
Yeah,
this is good.
kinda. I don't like it, but you can have it if you want to.
You know what would be funny? If I eat all the spicy thing and if it's very, very hot, I'm like, and then I have to. This is amazing. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. What else have you tried there that was very different from the things we normally eat here? Yes.
There's this one called nigauri.
What is that?
We do have in Brazil, but it's not
Nigauri?
like nigauri.
Oh,
It looks like
I
a
was probably
cucumber, but with
mispronouncing.
spikes.
I was saying like nigiri. Nigiri is another thing.
Oh, nigiri is another thing.
Okay.
So nigauri is like a cucumber with lots of spikes.
Oh, I have seen it. It looks like a mashishi in a way. I guess.
Yeah, it does. It does.
You see? Oh, I can do
But
it.
it's really bitter.
Okay.
I mix it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Show them.
Okay. Now, can you see in the camera? You're gonna zoom there.
And then mix it. Like really mix it.
Okay.
Turn on.
Na, 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 na. Oh, it has like a
Slime.
slime.
Yes.
Okay, for people who doesn't like small things, they would be like, oh my god, what is that? Okay, you can see, guys. Okay, now how do I eat this? Like, it would take forever.
Yeah, and then you
I have to mix with rice.
Yes, put on top of the rice and eat them together.
Okay.
You don't need to mix them, like just.
I'm making a mess here. That's nice. Okay. So you put on the top. They have this for
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes. With
Now
fish
I mix and I get a
chip.
chunk of rice with this on the top.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like eating rice and beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like eating
a
rice and
way.
beans.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. I'm joking. Okay, and what else have you tried there? I'm not gonna use a fork. I'm gonna have a big chunk of this. Oh, you can
I
see
don't know
that. Damn, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, great.
That's great.
No.
The mustard is really good.
Oh, is that so? I don't like it.
But the mustard, in case you guys, it is a bit spicy. There is a little of the wasabi spiciness in the mustard. Just a tiny bit. It's not like oh, sorry. It's not like my mouth is burning or anything. But guys, it's like eating rice and beans, okay? Something that may be different from you is because it's not hot, and normally Brazilians, they get...
the rice should be hot.
No, but I don't mind. I mean, the soybeans, people normally eat this. Oh, I see it. Now I did it.
Yes.
Is it correct? It's like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, I can eat that.
A lot. It's really slimy. But that's
I'm
because
not drooling, okay? It's the food, you guys. Like, oh my god.
But that's because the soybeans, since you have already eaten that, the soybeans are fermented, and that's why it gets this slimy aspect.
Well, this one has been in my family for 3 generations. You are the first guy to
That's
eat
true.
it.
I like it, but this food is like love it or hate it. Because
No,
a
it's
lot
alright.
of people who don't
It's
like
just
it.
weird because people can be a bit grossed out because of this slimy thing. But guys,
didn't you find it bitter?
no.
Great.
Especially because of the sauce that you gave to me. Okay, I'm gonna finish this later because people are... But it's good, guys. It's just different. What? Okay. Oh my god, we are almost out of time. Sorry. I have to ask you this, okay. What's the name? How do you call it in Japanese?
Natto.
Natto. So I
Natto.
can say I have eaten natto.
Yes.
What about the other foods there? Like, how is the Japanese sushi, sashimi comparing to what we have? Well, we can have gotten sashimi wrong. It's just like a small salmon fillet. Like, come on, how hard is to do something
But it
similar?
could be fresher.
Oh, it makes sense.
But
I'm listening. Okay.
That's okay.
It's because it's very interesting.
So the sushi there, sushi and sashimi. The thing is, they don't eat it every day. To begin with, they don't eat it every day. Just like in some events, and it's like soft. Not soft. The taste is smoother than the taste in Brazil. Sometimes in Brazil we find some rice that are like really some sushi rice that are sour, too sour or too much sweet.
Okay.
And in Japan they have like the how can I say that, like the perfect amount of these two
the flavors. Okay.
And it's not that strong.
It's like
really
is the food
soft.
bittersweet in a way or no?
No, but and it's really soft, like the
So I'm gonna like
seasoning.
it. Because
Yeah.
it's something that annoys me is when the food is bittersweet. Like you have, for example, a meat, and then it's like a sauce that is sweet. I say,
I know.
man.
Like raisins in tomato salad.
Japanese people, they don't do that, do they?
They do.
Come on.
I have eaten avocado with shoyu and onions.
No, but okay, if it's the whole thing is like a savor food, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
What about the real sushi? Is very different from the ones we have here.
So yeah, the rice of the sushi, like I said before, the taste is the flavor is softer, smoother, and And they you know that we have this joke in Brazil that we ruin other countries' food.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
But I'm gonna
do
you
the
know,
devil's advocate.
yeah, because in Japan they also eat like sushi and they put hamburger in,
What the hell?
I was gonna say side note, but on top of that, yes. It's
You see,
interesting.
the sonoplast guy is like, what?
Yes. I love it.
I don't
so
wanna
natural.
eat. I don't want to eat. No, we're gonna have some crazy sound effects in this podcast, guys. Yeah. We've been brainstorming them. So, temaki, for example, is that something that exists there?
You might find it somewhere, but I have never found
Brazilians are very good with marketing. It's like the paleta mexicana.
Yeah.
And then you go to Mexico, paleta brasileira. Like, I imagine like they do something similar. It would be funny. Like you have a Japanese feijoada that is not the one we have here. Just, I'm gonna give you guys a payback. You know?
It would be interesting.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to talk about One Piece, but we won't have time. My mission today was to convince her to start watching One Piece because of the live action. Yeah. I hope you do it, okay? Our next podcast could be like, oh Mike, I am in episode 975, you know? So, but thank you so much, Letícia, and thanks for the foods. I'm gonna have this later.
I'm glad you like it. I thought.
No, I do. I do. It's very interesting. And before we go, would you like to say something to our listeners? I would just read the chat real quick.
Okay.
Okay. João said that he wants to eat Japanese food. Arthur, hi Arthur. He says he misses you. Okay.
Oh, Arthur from Jardins?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and One Piece is life. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna use our time here to say that I'm gonna have a special class in Times John Boy, you know, about One Piece. Okay. Would you like to say something to our listeners before we go?
Oh, so thanks for watching and listening to me speaking nonstop.
I learned a lot here.
And I hope you guys liked, and maybe, I don't know, visit Japan or start learning the language. It's a really good culture, I think.
I'm sure they are like this at home. Kawaii!
I won't say anything about Jefferson Caminhões, just so you know. Yeah. No. My lawyers are okay.
Hello, thank you. That was a very good reference. I have to finish it now, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here for the masses. Don't forget, we'll be posting this weekly, okay? This show is brought to you by Times Idiomas. I am Maick Ofel, and I see you on our next episode of Talking Times. Sayonara.
Great.